I'd like to congratulate the voters in Trustee Area 4 for electing Dr. Joel Kinnaman. Hopefully we can start righting the ship that has been going off course since Aurora's third vote for Martha Garcia last year. I've lost track of the number of my former COD coworkers who texted me after they saw the amendment to Martha Garcia's employment contract. What a self-serving act it was for her to add it to the agenda, a year's extension, 6 additional months of severance pay, and a salary increase of more than $42,000 a year. What a slap in the face to the community. What a brutal message to send to her employees, further destroying their morale. Terminating Martha Garcia would cost COD $600,000 if the amendment is approved as presented. Maybe if Martha got paid by the number of employees who've quit since she rolled into town, or the number of lawsuits brought against the college, or the number of times she's embarrassed the college, then perhaps she would be worth the new contract. But she has done absolutely nothing to merit such treatment. As trustees, you have a moral and ethical obligation to your constituents, a fiduciary responsibility that some of you have liked to talk about in recent months, especially B. The contract amendment should be postponed to the December meeting so the new trustee can be involved in the decision instead of Aurora's rubber stamp today. Did you know that Martha Garcia was a keynote speaker at last week's COLEGAS conference in Long Beach, and where she addressed more than 200 Latina leaders? Here's what she told the attendees. COD faculty and staff are awful. She hates the Coachella Valley community. She thinks that everyone is racist and she's a victim. Then she broke down crying at the podium in front of hundreds of community college leaders. Is this the type of representation you want from our president? Then you have Christina Tafoya, who created a complete fiasco of the false alarm on campus 2 weeks ago. Was it an active shooter? Was it a suspect with a weapon? Prior to text alerts being sent out, employees were being told by their managers that Tafoya had called with an active shooter alert and that employees were directed to leave campus immediately. At the same time, Riverside County Sheriff officers were ordering employees to shelter in place, to not evacuate until they were released by law enforcement as they combed through campus buildings and offices with their guns out. Tafoya's communication failure could have proved fatal. Good thing it was a false alarm. What if it isn't the next time? Martha, Ruben, B, and Aurora, you've lost a lot of good employees this past year because of your actions. If you can't admit that to yourselves, then you're too self-absorbed and don't care about your community, your employees, and your students.